Welcome back. You're still tuned in to News and Views with myself, Salailo Makudir. The time is 9:34 Central African Time, and the next interview is a bit difficult, to find words, to describe it. As a young South African, I carry the memory of a people who have survived the horrors of apartheid, um, but nothing really prepares you for hearing the stories of those surviving genocide right now, right before our eyes. It's live streamed. The stats, the numbers are coming in almost every second. The stories are coming in real time, and it's always hard to fathom just the scale of the lived realities of the people of Gaza. And today on News and Views, I am deeply honored and emotionally moved to speak to a young woman from Gaza City. She's not a politician, she's not a high profile activist. She's simply a daughter, a student, a sister who's trying to live. Her name is Sara Awad. Sarah has been caring for her injured mother, helping her family survive, and also trying to juggle and continue with her studies, all the while warplanes tear across her sky. Her life is a reflection of pain, most importantly, resilience, and an incredible humanity which is surviving under fire. Sarah joins us now from Gaza City. Sarah, assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah so much for joining us. Really, really incredible conversation that I'm looking forward to. And I'm really honored to be chatting to you this morning.
Good morning, assalamu alaikum for everyone. And actually, thanks for having me in this amazing interview. This is my pleasure to be with you, with someone in South Africa. Yes, as you mentioned, particularly, I'm not a political, I'm not a well known person in Gaza. I'm a very basic girl living in the genocide. I was trying to complete my bachelor normally at my dream university, but the war is coming and make my dream totally destroyed in a blink of an eye.
Hmm, hmm, I mean, I can't even start to, imagine how that looks and feels like. And I was going through, some of your writings, some of the stuff that you wrote and put out online. And I
Yeah,
want to start the conversation with a moment you described in your writing, the scream from your mother that froze your world, that
yeah.
moment where everything changed for you. Can you take us back there? What was going on? What
Okay.
was going through your heart and mind as that unfolded?
Okay, first of all, I'm a beginner writer with many platforms. One of them is a well-known platform, call it or name it We Are Not Numbers. It is an organization support the writer from Gaza City or Palestinian writer in general. I decided to wrote this my personal story or my personal condition to share the worldwide how we are suffering, how we are have many obstacles, not only starvation, hungry, and death, bombs, and so on. No, we have many problems besides all. Actually, when the ceasefire announcement, when the hope is coming and come back again, I imagine that life will be normally, finally. But the fact was totally opposite. On the day 28th of January, as much as I remember, I was making the house chairs and washing dishes and make some stuff in my home. It was like this time. It was in the morning, actually, 10 a.m. As much as I remember, I listened. I heard my mother's sound, shouting and telling, like she was screaming. Actually, she was screaming. Please help me! Please help me! The moment I was thinking that it's not real. It's maybe I imagined that my mother is asking for help, but the truth is she was fell down from the second floor by a shelter was sitting in a pumped well in my home. It is a terrible situation. I witnessed it, and from that moment till now, I really have a trauma, have a panic attack of this. This situation or this condition makes my life upside down, and till that moment, till now, are really obstacles and suffering from many problems. One of them, as I'm a student at Islamic University of Gaza, I have two balance between studying, between caretaker of my mother, caretaker of my siblings, and caretaker of cooking, cleaning, and many things at once. So from that moment, maybe I wouldn't tell you I'm a survived from this genocide, because this ceasefire is broken and innocent, and everything is going to be worse day by day. You can imagine that I'm here in Gaza City. I'm not in my home. I am in a random hospital. Still and I am as a combined patient to her the day of spinal cord legs, in her two legs. I can't tell you that I'm really have a heavy feelings of being a combined patient to my mother. No, vice versa. I'm really happy and honored that I will be there all the time, help her in her psychology or physical therapy. I'm really happy to help her, but at the same time, on the other hand, I'm really suffering from the fear situation. Israel here is trying to attack everyone. Israel is trying to bomb. Yesterday they bombed the restaurant, trying together, make them maybe amputee. So there's many mixed situation, mixed bad circumstances.
Um, I want us to take a quick break because I think as you guys can see, there's a break in connection, which is understandably, we all know the situation in Gaza and what that looks like. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll try and reconnect Sarah to get more of her story, whether it be telephonically, but I think her voice needs to be heard and the stories need to be told. And we all need to internalize and understand just how difficult the situation is for the young people in Gaza, who essentially have to relinquish being young, being students, learning and figuring out the world by themselves, and to be survivors of a genocide, to be caregivers to those that are wounded, and not have a life essentially. So we're going to take a quick break, but then when we come back, hopefully we'll be having Sarah in a clearer picture and a clearer voice.
This is Salam Media.
It's a wonder how kids get anything done these days. With all the distractions, when do they even get time to study? As a mother, all I can really do is make sure they have all they need to perform at their best. That's why I choose to include Sunfoil, triple refined pure sunflower oil with every meal I make. Naturally cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating plan. So whether I'm cooking, frying or baking, I know every dish will be a wholesome one. Sunfoil, now we're cooking.
Sponsor an orphan, and you'll help support a vulnerable child to have the education they've always dreamed of, so they can build a brighter future. You'll be feeding a hungry stomach and a hungry mind with knowledge that will last them a lifetime. That's the power of an education. Sponsor an orphan now with Islamic Relief.
Yasin Badat Financial Advisory. Are your financial goals feeling out of reach? Yasin Badat Financial Advisory is here to turn your aspirations into achievements. Our dedicated team armed with a history of success, is ready to guide you through the complex nature of financial and investment planning. Whether you're a seasoned investor or new to the game, our personalized solutions cater to your unique goals and risk appetite. Trust in our commitment to transparency, integrity, and excellence. Ready to unlock a world of financial freedom? Partner with us today. Call Yasin Badat Financial Advisory at +27333462071 or visit www.yasinbadat.com. Yasin Badat Financial Advisory, guiding you to financial success.
Breaking stereotypes, moving boundaries, joining hands. Salam Media.
لا تقل لوحدي أو كيف السبيل.
Humanity sets the agenda.
Welcome back. You're still tuned in to News and Views with myself, Salailo Makwidira, coming to you live from Johannesburg. And we're having a really, really wonderful and interesting and eye-opening conversation with Sara Awad. She's a young girl from Gaza City who's sharing with us her first-hand experience of growing up in an occupation, living under this siege and this genocide against the people of Gaza by the Israeli occupying forces, and just growing up and trying to be a person of her own, but having these different roles that she has to play. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us. I know the network is not that great, but we'll try and make it work because I feel like your story needs to be told. The whole world needs to know what ordinary young women like yourselves are going through in Gaza.
Yes, sir. Sorry for
Mm.
bad connection, actually. As you know, I'm here in Gaza City.
No, no worries at all. Before we went on that short break. You were just talking about the trauma that you currently have. And my initial thought was, is that the general sense, when it comes to young people in Gaza, in Palestine? Do you guys have to grow up very, very quickly because of the state of affairs and what you
Yeah.
guys are essentially born into? And does that take away from, being a normal young teenager
Yes.
or young person in any part of the world?
Oh, you are absolutely right. I imagine or I thinking I'm a 21-year-old, but the truth is not I'm 21. I feel I'm 31-year-old because I have experienced many bad events in a young age. I used to be, for example, living my life normal, have a small family, going into a trip, traveling, and so on. But here in Gaza City, since the day of October 7th, we are, or actually, I am suffering from really open trauma. I have I don't know how to take over this alone. Actually, I have tried to take over this trauma because it's really reflects on me, but many effects. One of the side effects I had because this trauma is I can't sleep. I can't sleep for 2 continuous hours. I feel I will lose someone. So
Mm.
totally wake up and asking for every member in my family if they are okay, if they are in a safe place. And by the way, no safe place here in Gaza City. So this type of trauma leads me the time angry. Not me actually. It's not Sarah. It's not Sarah. Before 7th of October.
Mm.
And yeah, I hope to be as any girl in the world living her
Mm, mm. One thing that's really admirable for me is amid all of this, hospitals, surgeries, caregiving, the genocide that's ongoing, you kept studying. You attending online classes while your mother is in surgery. What drives your commitment to education when the world around you is disintegrating, it's burning, and the people that you love and hold close are being murdered, and everything that you've known and loved is no longer there?
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, if we are talking about my studying, I will cry maybe because my dream, my biggest dream was to finish my bachelor in my field, which is English literature at Islamic University of Gaza. But since the war started, I can't complete in my bachelor. After the ceasefire, I decided to complete because the ceasefire, he everything, it will be okay. But the reality is not. The ceasefire is shortly prolonged, and we can't actually breathe. I can't breathe. Maybe because I have a private condition. Maybe because it's a really, really a short time. Like we didn't have a chance to be happy. We don't have a chance to be feel free for even 1 week. My studying
Mhm.
now is personal story. I was taking an IELTS preparation course online, a specific scholarship. My mother was in operation room, had a fraction in her spinal cord, and I was totally my dream, and studying, open the Zoom meeting, completing everything is going to be okay, but actually nothing, it was okay.
Mm, mm, Very, very sad. I can imagine what you're going through. You mentioned that after the ceasefire was broken, and that moment when the ceasefire was announced, I think there was so much jubilation across the world. Here in South Africa, we were very happy because we felt it was a moment of reprieve for you guys in Gaza to kind of gather yourselves and to find yourselves. You mentioned that when the ceasefire was broken, you felt numb, and that was the worst that had already happened. That line haunts me. What does fear mean to you now, and how do you keep moving through it?
Actually, if you will compare myself before the ceasefire, compare or before this ceasefire and the previous one, I will tell you that you won't believe me that I'm the same person. Actually, I totally and completely different. I was very a fear person, fear from everything, fear from the windows, from the doors. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I cannot for example, doing the small and simple things alone. I was all the time have a terrible situation actually. But now I feel nothing about fears. I walking on the street, asking for everything I want, and then go, oh, no problem if I will die or be a martyred, because I really can't stand more with this war. I feel pessimistic, maybe. I feel I want to die to finish this suffering. I really exhausted from this situation. I feel it will be not end in 1 day, and I can't stand more with the starvation. I can't stand with how my little siblings asking me for food, for bread, for example, a cheese and the small things, and I can't affordable for him or her, because it's not affordable here. Even I have money, even I have a, even I am a rich, but I don't have options to pay from the markets and so on. I'm another person now. I'm not the same person. I didn't fear from the rockets. I feel like, okay, if I will die one day.
Mm, mm, mm. What are what are your thoughts about how the international community, the whole world, has reacted to this genocide? Do you feel they have failed the people of Gaza? Do you feel they've ignored how terrible the things have been for the people of Gaza during this time? What's your analysis and your reaction to how the rest of the world has gone about reacting to this?
Oh, okay. To be honest with you, I didn't very attention to the worldwide and the international people, what they are, what they are saying. But there is a big difference between the government and the people, the humans and the citizen. For example, in the South Africa, if you never mind, I will tell you more about how I'm react to South Africa. For example, I can tell you that you are, and most of you are, solidarity with us, support us in many previous, in many various ways, support us, for example, in a word. But on the other hand, your government is not closed the Israeli embassy. That's so sad and so painful for me and for everyone.
Mm,
What is the point if they are welcoming Israeli embassy and say to them, "Oh, welcome to South Africa," or "Welcome to Egypt, welcome to Jordan"? What's the point? It's very painful, and we are feel like we are all, for example, a number, not human. I feel I have no value in this world.
mm, mm. Well, I can tell you for sure, you have a lot of value, Sarah, and there's a lot of people in South Africa who are praying for you, who are, working so
Yeah.
hard to make sure that the people of Gaza get justice. Um, what are your dreams? What do you hope for? As a young 21-year-old who's had the reality that you're facing right now, um, what's your ambitions and dreams for the future?
Mm, if you know me, you will absolutely know that I'm a very ambitious girl. I have many dreams, but it's stringing now because my dream, my biggest dream is my mother's condition health. I hope she will be very well and recovery as soon as possible. The second one is to live with my mother, father, my siblings together in our home peacefully without any without interrupting rockets or an order evacuated. My biggest fear, by the way, is the displacement. I hate it, and I have a very tired experience with it. The second dream, absolutely, it's about my studying in university, my journey of bachelor. I was dreaming of being an English like teacher student in one of the amazing University of Malaysia. And by the way, I'm seeking to, but the borders are closed all the time. I have no options. I'm not free to leave Gaza Strip and studying abroad, and then go back to benefit my for example the new generation. This is my dream. My dream is simple: to continue my bachelor abroad, to have a scholarship, someone support me, for example, to complete my bachelor. It's very easy maybe, but judge us by all directions. We can't travel, we can't even eat. We are suffering from starvation, as you know, because the borders are closed all the time.
Mm, mm. Um, you wrote something very, very beautiful. about the people of Gaza and how Gazans have a superhuman power. What do you think it is that keeps your people going? And what keeps you going in the face of such adversity?
Okay, this point is I pointed recently actually. Once I am here at the hospital, noticed and observed that people who got injured from the Israeli rockets, they are the most stronger ones around the world. They are very, very strong. Even though they are amputation actually, or paralyzm, or lost their father, mother, or many losses. They are very strong. They have faith in God, and they have faith in God's plan. They all the time saying, Alhamdulillah, we are satisfied with this situation. They are smiling. For instance, I will tell you about a story. Now, Khairi, she is a beautiful girl, 27 years old, engaged to her love of life, Tamer. They were actually planned to their wedding, their big day, prepare their big day a beautiful day. Before 1 week, just 1 week before their wedding and their happiness, Israeli out of sudden, out of nowhere, now is suffering from an amputee of her leg. She is now amputee girl. She's now, we can say that, disabled and can't complete her life normally. Engaged to her health condition is very, very terrible. But on the other side, she is very strong. She is smiling, and while talking to her, I noticed that how she is satisfied with God's plan and saying all the time, "I'm very happy. My God will reward me by something else one day." So Israeli Israeli occupation, they are thinking of closed our circle of living. They the real is vice versa. We are now more stronger, more satisfied, and determining to take over this war by ourselves.
No, definitely. Sarah, I'm honestly struggling to end this conversation because I don't want your voice to be silenced. You've given us a gift, which is your truth. I want to say to you from the depths of my heart, you are not just surviving. You are witnessing, resisting, and inspiring. And from Johannesburg to Gaza, from South Africa to Palestine, we see you, we feel your pain, and we stand with you. And I'm going to let you go for now. Jazakallah so
Thank
much
you.
for giving us your time. And I hope we chat soon. I want to chat with you as much as possible.
Thank you so much. I'm a pleasure. This is my pleasure to be in this interview. Thank you so much.
No, definitely. And may your mother heal also. May Gaza laugh again and may you walk proudly into your future free and whole. Thank you so much,
Thank
Sarah Awad.
you. I hope
Uh,
so. Thank
Ameen.
you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yeah, that was Sarah Awad. I think, a normal person, not a politician, not a journalist, not a person of big influence, just a normal 21-year-old girl who's trying to study, who's trying to figure out adulthood, um, all in the while surviving a genocide. And I think a story is like this one that stays with me the most because we talk about the politics of the day. We talk about all the leaders that are involved. excuse me, we talk about the big influential people and the changes that they've made, and we forget about the ordinary human beings, forget about teenagers and young 21-year-olds like Sarah who just love writing and have a dream of teaching English one day, and all of that being decimated and being destroyed in front of a silent world. It's an emotional current state of affairs, and I think it's moment like this that we always need to reflect on our inactions as the world, on the people that we've left essentially to die from hunger, to die from thirst, to die from bombs and drones that hover each and every night above their homes, to a point where they can't even get a wink of sleep. I mean, Sarah said she can't sleep for more than 2 hours because she's not sure about her safety and if she'll wake up alive. There has been another edition of News and Views. Thank you so much for staying with us for the past 2 hours. Really, really appreciated. We'll be with you again next week for the Tuesday edition of News and Views. And Edward will be with you tomorrow for the Juma edition of News and Views. We're going to leave it here for now. Goodbye.